Welcome in, and this is Intuitive Niche with your reading for the collective 7 to 10 days. Yes, it's a little bit late, but it's better late than never. A lot of things going on this weekend. I wasn't able to sit down for a moment of time to be able to continue this. So now we're going to do it now. That's right. And you know why? Because we need to get this done so you have some guidance for the week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sharing is important, so if the message doesn't resonate with you, it certainly can resonate with somebody you know. And it can help me get new subscribers so we can do the readings live. That's my goal. I need lots of viewing hours and lots of subscribers, and I need to make lots more shorts, is what they're telling me, to start monetizing on YouTube. So to do that, I need to have the opportunity to do the shorts live. Spur of the moment, one card readings, that kind of thing. So if you can help me with that, we may make more progress. And it's all free. I do have my donation information in the description box under my video, just in case you want to donate. I am still unemployed. Money's starting to get tight. And I'm about to pay the last month's rent that I have available to me to pay. So we need lots of prayers for a job to come my way. And I'm keeping the faith, just like I'm telling you to do. All right. Let's see what is going on. The first deck I am using is the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. That's what we're starting with today for your week reading collective. It is timeless and free to everyone, and everyone has free will and final say in their own lives. So tarot and oracle cards should only be a guide, help you see something you didn't see before, but it should never be the only thing you have to go by. Because with you having free will, you can change all of this energy in a heartbeat. I just take the energy as I receive it and give you my version of it. Please leave me comments and let me know what energy is going on in your life as we do this today. It is August 4th, Monday, but it is definitely a timeless reading for everyone, okay? Well, we got some cards that just fell out. Let's see. We have the Eight of Cups. Oh, okay. The Eight of Cups talks about walking away. So what are we walking away from? If your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. The Eight of Cups. Okay. All right. So I did not use my singing bowl today. We will do it at the end to clear the rest of the energy. Yes. The Hierophant card is here. Tradition is important, but it doesn't have to be everything. So you're speaking about habit mostly. They say tradition, I say habit. Sometimes we need to break habits. Tradition doesn't always have to be what it was. It can be brand new to you. Yes, it can. Sorry, I had to take care of that. Ace of Wands. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? This is definitely an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius fire sign. The Ace of Wands is your passion and your motivation. And the Hierophant is encouraging you to grow your own way. The Eight of Cups is telling you to walk away from something if you have not already. And the Four of Swords, why aren't you resting? Well, I can tell you from my point of view why I'm not resting is because now I'm getting anxious, I'm getting worried, I'm getting nervous, I'm trying to talk myself down and allow myself the rest, but resting on my laurels and everything else doesn't get me a job or an income. So I have to keep going just like you do, right? All right. Page of Pentacles. When life gives you lemons, make enchanted lemonade. Yes. We are going to enchant your lemonade. All right. So we start this reading walking off, away, or exploring new things. And the Hierophant is bringing in the Ace of Wands to help you become passionate about something you want, something you feel, not necessarily the traditional way. The Four of Swords tells you to take a rest. And then the Page is giving you spicy lemonade. I'll call it spicy, they call it enchanted. Your next card up. Five of Wands, here we go. Still arguing with ourselves. Yes, see, like I just showed you as my example. A good coven lets every witch have a say. Okay? So your 5 personalities has something to say and each one want to be heard. Write it down. Write it down. You may be able to see something in those statements. 5 of Swords, you can't be right all of the time. I like this one. This version of it. It's the dog saying, no matter what, Mom, I'm standing next to you, but the other 2 behind are walking away down a different path. Now, isn't that how life goes, right? I'm guessing there was 2 other people besides them, all walking in their own way, doing their own thing. And the 5 of Wands has got you all bent out of shape, and you're supposed to be resting and relaxing and calming down and seeing things differently. The 9 of Pentacles did show up, though. Pause and savor the results of your success. So you succeeded at something, and now you almost feel guilty about it. Is that what's going on here? 3 of Swords. Broken heart. It's okay to cry. I have said this in several of the weekly readings I just did. That includes this reading. The 12 sign readings that I did on both TikTok and here. I did say, somebody is going to be grieving something, and you have to allow yourself to grieve the loss. You have to allow yourself to feel it, because it will come out of you in ways that you never thought it would before. If anybody has done any psychology in school, you know that there are 5 grieving steps to go through. That's the normal teaching, right? You do have the 3 of Cups up next. Come together with your coven. Celebrate with your tribe. Your tribe, your team. The people that you love, rely on you, love you, no matter what you go through or who you are. And it's okay to cry with them too. So you're struggling and fighting with yourself, and maybe you're not accepting that you were wrong about something. But it's okay to be wrong. And you know what? Most times when I do readings like this and I go on for each sign, there are days I really hope I'm wrong. Okay, so, you got to move forward either way, whether somebody's right or wrong. And you have to move forward and forgive and forget and kind of move on to something new so you don't live in it. Some people have a very hard time and they live in it for a long time, but you are here with the 6 of Wands. You're kind of a big deal, so start acting like it. The Victory card. So you had the 5 and now you got the 6. So you've made your way from the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th card to your victory. And now you're here with your tribe, the 3 of Cups, and celebrating in your 9 of Pentacles, your 4 of Swords. You're resting, relaxing, and you're ready to start something new after you walked away from something. That's the gist of this reading at the moment. And again, it might not resonate with all of you. It might only resonate with some of you, or only part of this will resonate. Maybe you didn't walk away from something, but you just started something new. Okay? So, as a collective for the next 7 days or so, what is next? What do we need to think about, focus on, and move forward with this week? Alright, 1 card. I'll only take 1. There's too many here. 15. The Devil card, technically. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Toxic witch. See? It's meant in a different version than the traditional Devil card. But Somebody you may be friends with may be your problem. They love you to your face and hate you behind your back. And now you're willing to share all of your Nine of Pentacles and your success with them, and you're realizing they're the reason you were held back to begin with. So maybe that's what you're walking away from. 13 is your next card up, Broom. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks. Rearranged my living room. I changed up my TV stand, did my bedding. I gotta do my bedding again. But this week I think I'm gonna focus on my 3 different tables that I use for altars for protection of family and friends and stuff like that. And each one needs to be cleaned up, obviously, and refreshed. So I have to clean everything on it, including the cloth I use on top of it. So I will be doing that this week, and that will also refresh and re-energize the positive in my life, in my home. So hopefully you will do the same in yours. The 9 is the Hermit, so I've kind of been in hermit mode myself, trying to figure out which way I'm supposed to be going here. So there are some things that must be done on your own. Yeah, you can't always have the help. You help in different areas, but sometimes there's things you have to figure out for yourself. And this week, that's where your focus is. Stepping back, making those lists, making a to-do list, making a pros and cons list, whatever list it is you need to figure out where you need to go. And stop listening to those people who think they know better. Okay? They don't know you. They don't know who you are or your energy, and they have no idea what your purpose is. They try to tell you what it is, and they try to tell you what to do, but they don't have a clue. The Knight of Swords is here. Be ambitious and chase your every dream. So the Knight's coming in to help you out, to move forward, to continue moving forward, and the Seven of Cups is right behind it. Not every great option you've given will be a great option for you. So not every option you're given is a good option for you. Okay? So like I call the Seven of Cups the Seven of Pentacles, the spoiled child. You're just confused on what decision to make. But you don't realize that you've already got the Seven of Pentacles. You've already got the Seven of Cups, the love, the emotion, the heart on your sleeve. And now you're trying to go back to the Eight of Cups, which you've already gotten to. So to me, you're thinking about going backwards. See, with the Eight of Cups, you walked away. With the Seven of Cups, you're at questioning what you did. You did the right thing. That's my advice to you, because now you are able to set with those people who you really know you can trust and believe in, and believe and trust in you. Not the fakers who pretend and smile in your face and rip your ass apart when they're not with you. And I'm sure people probably have told you that. And it's okay to grieve that loss and let it go. Give it a good cry. Go hug a tree. So life is giving you lemons, but you are about to make enchanted lemonade. So who the fuck cares? Get out there. Celebrate. Stop fighting with yourself. You're so mad at yourself because you didn't see it right away and you didn't believe it when people told you. So now you're upset with yourself, but it's part of the lesson you're learning about who you are. So it's okay to make mistakes. You're human. We all make mistakes, and we all think that everybody wants what's best for us, but in the end, they don't really want what's best for us. They want to cook the goose so they know they got what's coming home with the bacon. I know somebody in my life many years ago. She's won a war of sorts in the situation, but she really didn't win anything. A life she really didn't want. So she's been a fake most of her life. And instead of being who she really is, she pretended to be this one and pretended to be that one. And it's just a generic she. I'm not blowing anybody out on this, okay? But you know who the fake people are in your life, and you still allow them in your life. You know how to play it back and just ignore. But sometimes you let what they say to you sink into that head of yours, and then you start speaking it to yourself like it's true. It's not true. Four of Wands, family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. A place to hang your witch hat. Someplace you feel at home. Okay? Fours are about structure. That's also the 1111 card in the traditional tarot. That's your celebration. That's your party. That's your team. So you not only have the Three of Cups celebrating with your team, we'll put it to you that way, your tribe, your friends, your people. You now have the Four of Wands and you're still celebrating with them people. So you know who you have and who you can trust. And the Queen of Pentacles comes along. There's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all. And she's absolutely right. You just have to learn balance and grounding and finding that way this week, okay? Because the Six of Wands is your victory, and you are eliminating the toxic bitches in your life, okay? You are. And that could be people, it could be a job, it could be a business. So whatever the storyline is for you, this is what you need to focus on. Eliminating the toxic shit in your life that makes you feel like less than a human being, less than the rock star that you are. Those kind of people are not your friends, and that kind of job will drain you until you're dead, okay? No joke. No pun intended either. It's the truth. It's time to get yourselves going into the right direction, one step at a time. I'm not saying make a major life choice today, but work towards that choice. Because if you don't, a tower situation could certainly come in here and force a choice. And ultimately would be for your highest good, but it will hurt like hell at the time. So do you want to find out the hard way? Or do you want to realize what's going on in your own life in front of your own eyes with people who are faking it to make it? Or do you want to move that shit to the side and walk away like the Eight of Cups? Okay? Don't go backwards to the Seven of Cups. You already earned that. It's already yours. You need to stay into the Eight of Cups so that you now may go into your Nine of Cups. And, making your dreams come true. Not theirs. Yours. When do you stop helping other people? Never, right? We always find a way to help other people. That's why I share what I share with my own personal situation in my life. I'm an open book. There isn't anything that you won't know about me. I will share it. I'm not proud of the things I've done in my life. There's things I wish I never did. I lost potential friend situations that were probably much stronger than the bad decision I made. And it happens, It happens. That's how we learn. That's how we live. And you know what? I wish nothing but love, light, and health to those people that I messed up on. And I'm sorry. But I can't go backwards. I can't make it change. I can't take away what I did. All I can do is apologize and move forward. Okay? So your next card up is the grief card. The Five of Cups. Spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So we made mistakes, right? We've already admitted to that. We make mistakes every day. But it's nothing to really cry over. There's no need to sacrifice. You can have it all, right? Ace of Pentacles. Wow, what an abundant opportunity is coming in for you. Now that you've allowed yourself to admit who you are, what your purpose is, and what you are, and being that rock star, now the opportunity is being handed to you. Okay. So walking away was the right decision. That was your first card out, walking away. The Seven of Cups came out later. But yet you still have the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Swords is what happened to you. Over the years, over the weeks, wherever it happened, it broke your heart. Somebody broke your heart. A person, a place, or a thing. Okay, you need to understand that. For everybody's story, it's a little bit different, and I can't pick out everybody's story, but I can definitely give you a general guideline of my story, which I'm sure helps others. Treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. I definitely do that. Because you have to know a way to have hope about your future is to acknowledge the things that you love and start doing them, playing with them, and getting them out there in front of people, showing them what you're made of. 10, Wheel of... If nothing seems to be going your way, cast a spell. Good luck charm number 10. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. That's your Wheel of Fortune. So there is good luck coming in your life. There's something or someone, a muse of some sort, that brings you luck, that brings you positivity, that helps you shine and expose who you really are so that you can become the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Earth sign, getting grounded, receiving material goods, staying in structured environments in your home, in your life, and treating yourself every now and then. So it's not like you're broke. It just means that it's time for you to gift yourself and be ready for the gifts that are coming in, because it is coming. Okay? These Pentacles is coming your way. That offer, that opportunity, the one thing you've been waiting for is coming. I always said I don't need a job. What I need is an income. How you word your manifestations makes a difference. And I know it's habit. I fall back and I say it all the time. But I'm working on going forward and stating my universal desires and manifestations as I need an income of blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's what you need to do. It doesn't have to be a job. And with that said, I do have my donation information in the description box below. Like, share, and subscribe if you have not already, please. I am up to 50, so I'm going to be doing some live shorts pretty soon. My live shorts will probably be 1 or 2 card reads real quick and simple for the day or whatever. That I like to do those too. So, and of course, they all don't resonate with everybody, but it may be just the guidance you need if something happens throughout the course of the day, and that's what I want to do. I want to help you get through a day, get through a week, get through something hard, soft, or easy. Doesn't matter. You always have to have some kind of guidance that'll help you think about a solution in your own life, right? Research is good. Okay. So, in your own mind, okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. So here's your 5 of Pentacles. And if you look at the hat, right there with the arrow, 5 of Pentacles, right? It says safe haven. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems, okay? So that's what we're talking about. You had all 3 5s, so change is imminent. You have the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and now the 5 of Pentacles. So that's 555 in your reading. And the King of Swords is next. We can all learn important things from one another. So the King of Swords is also about learning, teaching, mentoring, truth. All right? So somebody in your life representing the King of Swords will teach you something that you need to know. And the World card has showed up. Thank you. Yay, you did it. Now do something to celebrate a job well done. And what have I been saying in every single reading since January? You reach a level, you reach a goal, you reach a place of standing. Celebrate. And as you keep growing and reaching that next level, that next goal, that next, celebrate. You will never run out of goals. You will never stop reaching to a new goal, and you will never reach an end. As long as you have a focus, a structure, and a mindset on what you want, you will reach the next goal and celebrate over and over and over. And that's what life really is all about. I did this, I reached this goal, I'm celebrating. Yes. The Ten of Swords is you putting the bullshit down. Yeah, Ten of Swords is the end of a difficult time in your life, a difficult cycle in your life. So you not only got the World card bringing you, closing out the cycle, you ended the cycle with the Ten of Swords, probably the hardest time in your life right now. So I send hugs, light, love, and healing to those who have had a major loss in your life. Do not forget, you have also received your good luck charm. Okay, the Two of Swords, Indecision Witch. Wake up. What is it that you truly want? And now, with your new goal in sight, you have to make a new decision. Okay? So focus on those things, because at the bottom of the deck is your Three of Pentacles. And this is the new team you're building, the new tribe, the new goals that you're ready to reach. So maybe you're getting a new job. You have to learn a whole new thing, and you're going to have a whole new bunch of people to get to know and work with. Or you could just be starting over in general. We do that several times in our life, don't we? I know the Eight of Wands is bringing it in really fast, along with the full moon that's coming. So we need to get our shit and our intentions together. Okay? All right. I like this deck a lot. Let's see. The Cozy Witch, 0. Take a chance, for each morning is a new beginning, and that is the Fool card. Take the leap. So with that being said, let me get out an oracle deck now to see if we can confirm some of this, because you're now here with the opportunity you have received. You have to make a choice. So you've already decided to let things go. You are still going through, and you are still going to grieve. You are going to feel pain. You are going to feel disappointment with what happened, but you are slowly going to move forward and start anew. You are not going to allow other people to have the only say, because you are part of a team that's got everybody's got something to say. And that's how you reach a compromise. You need to take your ass out of the hermit mode that you're in. Get out there in the world, because summer's almost over. Yes, it is. And know when you're wrong, it's okay to be wrong. If you need to cry, it's okay to cry. Just like your general direction and the Ace of Wands. Don't you see how your passion makes you glow? So when you're doing those things that you really love to do, it shows to everybody. It brings positivity about everybody. That's what you need to bring out for you. So allow yourself that rest and recovery as you move forward with your new choice that you have to make, okay? And this is only a week to 10-day reading, so just know that's where you're headed. So you may not have experienced the moment where you decided to walk away yet, but it is coming. It was the first card out. We're going to use the Intuitive Whispers Oracle to continue with this conversation for your weekly read collective. This is for every single sign and every place you sit. Okay. Let's see. What other advice can we get for the collective this week as to what we're doing? And any one of the signs that you have watched or been part of, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, I am a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon, and a Pisces ascended with my North Node. That's a whole new one, right? And I always say the back of my mind is Aries. So if you have watched all of those readings separately as well as this one, you're probably going to see a lot of similarities because the collective is dealing with the same things that everyone else is dealing with. So how you handle it in your everyday life is where you have the free will and final say. Okay? I remind you these readings are for entertainment purposes only and always timeless. So if it means nothing to you this week, and 6 months from now all of a sudden it pops up out of the blue, then that's why it's there, because it's resonating with you then. Okay? And this universe always helps you receive the messages you need to receive. The first one out, and I've been saying this to every single sign for 2 weeks now, ground from the root. This is going to be a highly intuitive time. We have Lionsgate coming. Mercury is still in retrograde. A full moon is coming. All in the first 10 days, 10, 12 days of August. So it's going to be a very, very different time for us going through this, because we're going to be receiving messages. Number one, messages from the third eye. And anyone with any kind of intuition or mediumship or empathic soul will be receiving messages, and you don't even know where. You could be all upset, 3131 on the timer confirming me. You could be receiving messages and you could think it's about you, and it could just be because of the person who's sitting next to you. Do you understand? Being empathic means you feel their energies. How you relieve yourself of their energies is what we learn as we go. So explore the fullness, number 35, means as you're learning about your own third eye, you have to start at a grounded place. So as you feel other people's energies, you can separate theirs from yours. And it takes time. It's not something that happens. I still get bombarded with other people's energies to the point where I cannot separate it, especially if you're at a big place. Like, say you're a college student and you're in a big hall, and for one class that has 70 people in the class. That's a lot of energy in one space. If you're empathic, that could be detrimental to your whole learning. So you're going to college to learn something, and their energies, whatever they're feeling, whatever they're going through, is sitting right next to you. You're bound to feel it whether you have strong empathic skills or not. And it can affect how you learn something in a classroom. So remember that with your own children. Okay? Because children don't even know what empathy is, or having some kind of mediumship abilities or psychic ability. They all have that. When they're born, they can see ghosts. They're not afraid of anything. They see it there. They know it's there. We are the ones as adults who make our children afraid of them, because we forgot what they look like. Well, some of us did, not all of us. Number 30, you are brilliant. Take what you are best at and share it with everybody. Help them learn it, because you are in your purpose when you are helping others get through the things you've already gone through. This week, you need to accept that you have that ability. Everyone does. But for some of us, it knocks us over the head like a dinozo in NCIS. Smacks you right in the back of the head. You don't even know it. And then all of a sudden, you know it. Intuitive journaling. That's what some people do when they're having thoughts, or they think they're thoughts, and they write things down in a book as they're thinking them. Intuitive journaling. So when you're writing things down as you think them, and you don't change what the thought is, trying to make it a story. You are just writing it down as you feel it. Okay? I got mad this morning because I have songs that come to me that usually means something for somebody. And so when the songs come to me, and I can hear the words, but I can't remember the song. So I will play the song a little bit for you. And you'll understand because it was the one verse that I heard in this song. Okay? So I won't play the whole song, obviously. I'll just play a little bit because he'll probably block me if I get too crazy. But, and I'll tell you the name of it too, so in case. Okay, here we go. No, wrong song. Wrong song, sorry. I'll go back. That was the second song today. Where did you go? Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Now, if you know this song, you are old like me, okay? Yeah. Okay. So that's all I'm going to play of that because I want you to hear it. But that's the song that was playing in my head. And the part that played in my head wasn't the nice part, okay? But I remembered something and then the song came to me. So I was trying so hard to find that song. And there's comfy, cozy, off with your clothy. That's the part of the song that came. So when you look that up in YouTube or in Google, you get all the songs in the world with that line in it, or even the title. And that does not help me when I'm trying to prove a point in my thought that's trying to be a message to somebody. So that's the song I got, and the line I heard was comfy, cozy, off with your clothy. Okay, so and yeah, I have a lot of carnelian around me. It promotes that kind of thing. But split your focus, number 40. We'll go on now out of that energy. Now I'll have that song in my head till I play it again. Split your focus, okay? So you need to be able to, very much so, empathically or intuitively, whatever level you are at in that divine ability, you need to be able to take your shit and their shit and separate it, okay? Because you can get very sick, and I think that's what happened to me in the last years. My abilities kept growing. I kept taking on everybody else's shit, and I literally got sick like every 6 to 8 weeks, literally. And I was traveling a lot, I was driving a lot, and this is why I'm not working where I'm working, where I used to work, because I literally had an infection in my body every 6 to 8 weeks. And I would stop taking the antibiotic, which is terrible for you to begin with, and 3 or 4 weeks later I'd be back to the doctor. And it wasn't just a little infection. It wasn't something that you can pass off. It was, my nose was running, my ears were clogged, my neck hurt, and I never got anything in my lungs, so I was so happy about that. But that infection that builds up in here, in your sinus area, it's not good for you, okay? It's way too close to your brain. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but if you get things like that a lot, you need to go to the doctors. And so here we are. I'm unemployed because I was sick. I couldn't get through a training. I couldn't get through the second training. I literally was in the hospital the second time. And so I decided that it was time to take care of me. But now the money that I had is running out, of course. That's what happens. You can only take you so far when you don't have an income. So that's what my manifestation is all about. An income. Not necessarily a job. So learn how to split your focus, or you could end up being very sick. And they don't really give a shit when you're working at a job if you're sick. My last position that I went for, which was also a management job, we were all eager to get going, but they wanted me to travel an hour and a half away to train for 5 weeks, which is what triggered the illness to begin with. Traveling 110 miles a day to my job. Okay, so you got to learn your own body is telling, it tells you things. It lets you know what you're doing wrong. And if you ignore it enough, it can kill you physically. And if you're taking on other people's energy and you are not splitting your focus and learning how to take care of yourself in the sense of the people that are around you and their energies, their illnesses and all of that, physical or mental, okay? I was very depressed, and I have my moments still, okay? I have high anxiety as it is, which is why I got my little sweet pea who's now on the floor mad at me. Okay, there she... Oh, wait a minute. No, she's right down. Oh, you can't see her. She's laying right behind my chair. Oh, mommy girl. She's just mad because I switched her beds out, but... For this week, this reading, I want you to focus on splitting your focus, taking care of you first. That's the whole reason for this drawn-out story of mine, because I didn't take care of me first. I made sure everybody else was in place. My family, my friends, the people I worked with, the areas I worked in, the stuff I would do for this one or that one, and then I couldn't get this done or that done. You know, life, everyday shit. Housework was foreign to me. Now, you got to understand, if you don't make time to clean your own space, and I have a dog, and when these furnaces run in these buildings that I live in, it blows dust, of course. So, of course, having allergies and being allergic to shit, getting sinus infections and ear infections, and one time I had the bronchitis, next time, and it never really got far enough into my lungs because I do the melon stuff, and that is very good. It does clear your lungs up. I do have COPD, so I have to try to keep my lungs good so it doesn't progress any faster than it has to. So know that it can put you into an early death. And I don't say that to scare you. I have friends who have smoked most of their life, and I don't mean everything, and had cancer, had surgery, and still smoke. I don't know. I'm kind of like, if I had to go through a surgery after being told I had cancer because I smoked, I think I would stop smoking, right? Some people can't. They need that help. It's not just about a choice they're making. It's not that simple. I was a smoker. I took 7 times for me to actually quit. Okay? And that was just cigarettes. Now you add the fun joy of smoking weed that's now legal. And guess what? You are now doubling with the THC that you take in the cancer that can grow in your body if you are prone to it. And if you've been smoking for 20 or 30 years on top of that, I don't know. I've known many people died way too young because they're smokers. And it is cancer causing, but it's not to say that you have to smoke, because you can be a chewer too. And you can have tobacco in your mouth. And you think, oh, well, because it's just the tobacco, it's not the chemicals. No, it's tobacco. Holes in the mouth, holes in the throat, lost voice boxes, cancer. Okay? I don't care what your age is or who you think you are. Cancer will get you if you are prone to it in your family. And as far as I can tell, most families are prone to some kind of cancer. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I have a glass of wine here and there. I'm not opposed to hitting off of a joint, but I'm not going to sit there and make it my every hour on the hour fun time. Because personally, I couldn't function. I don't know how people do today. Smoking every hour on the hour, and that's pot. It's not even just a cigarette. Like, the cigarette ain't good enough anymore. Fuck it. I won't take just the chemical Newport and smoke it. I will smoke the fucking pot with it and double my chances at cancer. Sorry if you don't like what I got to say, but it's the truth. You are killing yourself. The magic of nothingness. Had that card for a couple of readings. And slow down. I can't tell people what to do. I'm not a doctor, a nurse, but I am very empathic and very intuitive. And I tell you these things from my own experience. I used to smoke pot. I've done cocaine. I've done speed. I did drink a lot for a while. I've done all of these things and experienced all those side effects. I can't do those things anymore. I don't know how people can do them today. And if you're 20 years old and you think you got the world by the balls because you're selling pot, growing pot, smoking pot and you think you the end all and be all, and then you get something that's lined with some fentanyl and you're dead the next day. Sorry. I mean, people are not giving a shit. All right? 44 on my timer, confirmation. If you don't take care of yourself, then you can't help others. And if your goal is to only help yourself, you're not going to be around long. The precious present moment. Let's live for today, okay? Let's stop. And remember that we're all human beings. We all have made mistakes. We have all done things we're not happy with ourselves about, we're not proud of ourselves with. But this week, let's focus on the magic of nothingness. Take 10 minutes of any day, every single day for the next 7 days. 10 minutes. Turn your phone off, turn your computer off, put on some meditation music or some kind of soft music in the background if you have to, and just lay down and do nothing. Nothing for 10 minutes at the very least. If you could do 30 minutes, that's even better. It teaches your mind to slow down. It teaches your heart to heal. It teaches you to take a fucking break for yourself. Even if it's 10 minutes, it's better than nothing. And yep, your mind is going to race. Your ideas are going to race. This is going to happen. And you're going to sit there and say, nope, I'm thinking of nothing. If you have to lay there and say, I'm thinking of nothing, I'm thinking of nothing, and say that for 10 minutes, go ahead. Eventually, your body's going to remember that once you're doing this, it's laying down for 10 minutes and you're doing nothing, you're thinking nothing, you're going nothing. The magic of nothingness is a way to clear the garbage, to empty the energies of other people, including what I send out to you in my videos. Take it in, but don't take it on. Okay? When I sit here and I feel the different energies of the people around me, sometimes I get chills. I know there's spirits here with me and I know they're helping me. And I hate talking about myself. I got to be honest with you. I hate telling people shit about myself because I'm embarrassed. You probably are too. So I'm thinking to myself, well, how much worse could it be? People who know me know this stuff. It's not like it's not an open book. I'm an open book. Let go of control. Okay? Let go of control and sit down for 10 fucking minutes and do nothing. And train your body to think about the only thing you got to do right now. 10 minutes of nothing. Not about work, not about ideas. And then you will be surprised once you get through those 10 minutes. You might remember something you couldn't think of all day. You might find something you lost. Because you cleared your mind, your body, and your soul for 10 minutes of nothing. The things that will come to you now will be amazing. And if you can do it more than once a day, that's amazing too. If you can't do 30 minutes at once, maybe you could do 10 minutes 3 times a day. Go out in your car. Put meditation music on your phone. Go park in a spot where nobody can interrupt you. And take that time to heal yourself as well. All right, listen. We're at the 48-minute part, and we got maybe 10 more minutes into this reading. This week, I want you to focus on you, walking away from what you should have already walked away from, grieving the loss, getting ready for what's coming in. Because once you let it go, it's coming in. And so you need to focus on your healing and your resting, your recovery. Okay? You do. You need to do that. I just received my second Kipper deck. My first Kipper deck is kind of tore up. And so I said, I'll just replace the deck. And those are the things that I would like donations for. So when my cards that I use a lot for my readings start tearing up, I can just grab another deck because I have it. But this Kipper deck, this is the Kipper deck. I use this deck a lot. It really connects to me, and my intuition can really grab the storyline and the information and the guidance that you need when I use it. Okay, so we're going to use this to finish up this reading. I don't like to make my collective readings more than an hour because I feel like you lose interest after a while. And maybe you can listen to the first part and then the second part. I try to do that too. I'll listen to the first half of somebody. Oh, this week I'm probably going to promote Libra Land 1010 as the reader because she is highly intuitive and also, has her foot in the door with the veil and has been in the business a very long time doing readings. So I may connect her to my description box this week. And if you haven't seen the Tarot Ship, he is Mr. Astrology. His name is Jimmy. It definitely is somebody who will create some thoughts in your life. First card up out of the kipper. So what are we thinking about? What are we thinking about? I guess it's what do we need to do? How do we need to do it? When are we going to do it? Decide what you want first, okay? Decide what you want. Because the offer is getting handed to you. Remember, you had the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, you had the Four of Wands, which is 1111. Remember, you had the Three of Cups. And the Three of Swords. And the Three is also a very strong number. Numerically, you had fives. You had the Five of Cups, you had the Five of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Change. Fives are all about change. So your thoughts are probably going crazy like, I don't know if I can do this. What if this fails? What if that fails? Just do something. Even if it's wrong. Do something that will push you forward to that 6. You went from the 7 to the 8 to the 9. You went from the 8 to the 7 because you were confused and worried about what if this doesn't work, and you went backwards. And then you remembered you had what it took, you had everything you need, so you could go back to your 8 of Cups and continue walking forward instead of backward. Don't ever go backward once you get to the 8 of Cups. That walking away choice is the major choice in your life. Okay? It's time to heal. It's time to move forward. You got to Four of Swords, and now it's rest and relaxation and recovery, okay? That's what you need to be doing. So the magic of nothingness in this deck opens up a whole nother portal for you. There will be many, many, many 8-8 Lionsgate portal readings online. I'm not sure if I'm going to do one myself. I may. I just feel like I wouldn't bring to the table, see, here's myself, right? Here's my example. I wouldn't bring to the table the messages that those will, but you may not even see half of the ones that are out there. So I'm still going to do an 8-8 message for you. The collective unit, not the signs. Okay, so that will be a separate video from this. So we're talking here about a courtship. So we're thinking about a courtship. Okay. Let this be your sign. Okay. The magic of nothingness. Okay, we were just talking about bad health, so the courtship is in bad health. We will put that card next to it because that's where it was. Okay, let's go forward. So your thoughts are on a bad health of a courtship. So you're in a relationship or you're in a bad job. A courtship in the Lenormand deck most of the time protrudes to love. But bad health doesn't have to be physical, okay? It can be bad health emotionally, it can be bad health in a business. We had the false person in readings for the last couple of weeks, so, the thief, the liar, 7 of Swords, we haven't seen that this week. So we're getting past whatever that energy brought to your life. We're getting past it now. You're walking away from it. You're growing. You're learning. And you're becoming stronger because of it. And you're learning you have to let go because it is absolutely your fucking time to shine, okay? Get that through your head. Your only next step that you have to do is to continue to step forward. Don't turn around. Don't look in the rearview mirror. Break it off your fucking glass. Just keep moving forward this time. There is no going backwards, because backwards would mean you'd have to relive something you've already relived, and it's going to end the same way, if not worse. You understand? If you're not ready to be a different person, then you're not ready to have a different relationship. Okay? Ooh, that card wanted to flop over. Let's go. We have a main male involved as well. Of course, if you have a courtship, you probably do have a main male. And poverty mindset. So you're sitting in a poverty mindset, in bad health. This is your thinking, okay? This is about your thoughts. That was the first card. So your courtship is in bad health. This is what you're thinking. You're also thinking you're in a poverty mindset, and you're blaming one person in your life for it. Or maybe that person is coming to help you move forward from those thoughts. So it could be a new relationship as well. Whatever the story is in your life, okay? Privileged lady, somebody who's high and mighty, or somebody who thinks they are better than what they are, or maybe you are finally ascending to where you belong. Don't give up on yourself because other people put you down. It's not even worthy of it, okay? That means they weren't your people to begin with. Your people would never do that to you. They wouldn't say you were here and they were there, okay? And they wouldn't allow anybody in a room to fucking do that if they're really your friend. Not one person is better than you on this planet. Not one person is better than me. Okay? And I have never, ever in my lifetime seen somebody better than me or worse than me. Human is what we are. And because you are able to change your mindset and grow through the transition of your life, of the loss, you are growing and going forward in your own community, your own team. Remember, we had the 3 Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. You are growing through and getting into a new area of your life where you are going to become a part of that community and live your life in a happier, wealthier way. That is your goal. That is how you're trying to work towards your major goals in life this week, okay? You are going to receive the gift. The gift is here for you, okay? And the other cards from my collective this week. Just trying to remember it's time for you to shine, so slow down a little bit. Get yourself grounded. Take some of my life horrible experience and take yourself on a new journey. You will find unexpected income in places you didn't think you would find it. And maybe somebody who's worthy of you, too. A mature man. You must go through the steps of grief. You must allow yourself to feel it. You must see things as they are. And you must learn how to turn off the feelings of other people and the energy that they give you. Because you can make yourself very sick. And you need to separate and focus, like that card said. Okay? You and them. And those energies can be multiple energies. So you got to remember, you go in grounded to a situation, and you can walk away from that situation leaving those energies that came from them right there with them. And then it's their choice to find their way out and forward and moving forward. Okay? I send love, light, and healing to all of you, and I hope this was helpful to some of you. And do yourself a favor. Don't write it off as garbage or evil, because it's not. It's only with good intention that I come here to help as many people as I can help. And certainly do not allow other people to make you feel guilty for trying to find a way to better yourself. Okay? You have a great week. I'm sending love and light. And later on in the week, we'll start all over again with the 12 signs. This week for YouTube, it will be Oracle cards, and TikTok will get the the tarot cards, and then we will do the live and this video again. Okay? I hope you all have a wonderful week and everything goes exactly where you want it to go towards reaching your goals. Give your time to rest and grounding and deciding what you really want. And saying goodbye isn't a bad thing, okay? Sometimes you just have to.